Dear spectators of the human tragedy. Loyalty, what a fragile thing it is. A delicate thread woven through the fabric of relationships, glimmering like a thread of gold in a dark, forsaken world. And yet, how often do we disregard it? How often do we trample upon the very essence that binds us together? Let me take you back to a time when loyalty was a currency I possessed. A time when I poured my heart into friendships, into bonds that I thought would last forever. But bonds, like glass, can shatter with the slightest touch. I remember the moment clearly. The taste of betrayal was bitter, sharp, like a dagger plunged into the very core of my being. It was in the laughter that echoed in the air, the promises whispered in shadows, that I found my trust misplaced. I stood there, a fool in a masquerade, while they danced on the ruins of my loyalty, oblivious to the pain they inflicted. The curse of seeking what they once had is now theirs to bear. They thought they could toss away my loyalty like a discarded cigarette, thought they could extinguish the flame I lit for them. But oh, how they are mistaken. For now, they wander through the wasteland of their own making, searching for that which was so carelessly ignored. They seek loyalty, but all they find is emptiness, a haunting echo of what could have been. Betrayal is a thief, lurking in the shadows, robbing not just the betrayed but the betrayer as well. It haunts their every step, a specter whispering in their ears, reminding them of the loyalty they took for granted. They chase after it, like moths drawn to a flame, only to find their wings singed and their hearts heavy with regret. What they fail to understand is that loyalty is not a coin to be spent, it is a treasure to be cherished. It is the weight of a promise kept, the warmth of a hand held through the darkest nights. And when that warmth is extinguished, when that promise is broken, the void left behind is suffocating. I stand here, alone yet powerful, for in my solitude, I have found strength. Their desperation is a stark contrast to the resolve I have forged in the fires of betrayal. They are cursed to wander, to endlessly search for the loyalty they disrespected. They seek validation in the shadows of their own arrogance, blinded by pride, unable to see the truth that stares them in the face. Oh, how I revel in their folly. In their arrogance, they built walls so thick that no one could breach them, not even themselves. They are prisoners of their own making, shackled by the very hubris that once elevated them. I watch them flounder, lost in a sea of their own design, while I stand tall, embraced by the darkness that once threatened to consume me. There is a peculiar strength in isolation. It is a sanctuary where the echoes of laughter turn to whispers, where the weight of betrayal transforms into the armor I wear. I have become the anti-hero of my own story, rising from the ashes of my past, unbroken, unyielding. In the end, the curse of disrespected loyalty is a double-edged sword. It cuts both ways, leaving scars that never truly heal. They will forever search for what they lost, but I have learned to find solace in the shadows, to dance in the darkness where others fear to tread. Let them seek their lost loyalty in vain. Let them suffer the consequences of their choices. For in this twisted dance of power and pride, I have emerged stronger, a testament to the truth that even in the depths of despair, one can rise to claim their own destiny. Betrayal, like a silent storm, sweeps through the heart, leaving nothing but desolation in its wake. It unravels the very fabric of trust, exposing the raw, jagged edges of the soul. The depth of betrayal is an abyss, a chasm so dark that even the faintest light struggles to penetrate. It is a wound that festers, a reminder of the fragility of connections once thought unbreakable. I remember the sting of abandonment, the way it pierced through my defenses, leaving me bare and vulnerable. The laughter that once resonated with warmth now echoes with mockery. Those whom I called allies turned into phantoms, their shadows flickering in the corners of my memory, taunting me with the illusion of what we once shared. Each betrayal carved deeper into my psyche, etching a narrative of distrust that would forever alter my course. Trust, that precious gem, is often mistaken for a mere trinket. But when it shatters, it rains down like glass, each shard a reminder of the moments stolen by deceit. I was left to sift through the fragments, trying to piece together a mosaic of what used to be. The emotional toll was relentless, a heavy cloak draped across my shoulders, suffocating yet strangely empowering. The psychological scars run deep, a testament to the battles fought within the confines of my own mind. Misplaced trust is a double-edged sword. It cuts swiftly and deeply. It makes you vulnerable, a marionette dancing on strings pulled by those who feign loyalty. I was once that puppet, oblivious to the hands that manipulated me. But with each betrayal, I learned to sever those strings, to reclaim the power that was mine all along. I transformed from a victim into a force to be reckoned with, a phoenix rising from the ashes of my own naivety. The illusion of trust is a seductive trap, one that lures even the mightiest into its grasp. It whispers sweet nothings, promises of fidelity, only to turn around and stab you in the back. I once thought I was surrounded by comrades, but I learned that in the game of loyalty, the true players are often hidden in the shadows. They wear masks of friendship while harboring daggers of betrayal, ready to plunge them into the very heart they claim to cherish. And yet, from this crucible of pain, I forged my identity. The bitterness of betrayal became the fuel for my transformation. I emerged not just as an anti-hero, I became a sentinel of my own truth, a guardian of the loyalty I once gave so freely. Each betrayal shaped my purpose, sharpening my resolve like a blade honed to perfection. I stand before you, a figure sculpted by the hands of deceit, a living testament to the bitter reality of betrayal. The world may see me as a villain, but what they fail to grasp is that my darkness is not without reason. I have learned to embrace the shadows, to find strength in the solitude that betrayal has thrust upon me. They think they can regain what they lost, that they can somehow undo the damage inflicted by their arrogance. But the truth is, they are forever trapped in their cycle of disappointment. They chase after loyalty like a mirage in the desert, a fleeting illusion that dances just beyond their reach. They will never grasp the essence of what they once had, for they cast it aside like yesterday's news. So, let them wander through the wasteland of their own making, seeking validation in the ashes of their hubris. While they flounder, I revel in my solitude, for it is here that I have found my power. In the darkness, I have become whole. Their betrayal forged me into a weapon, a storm ready to unleash its fury upon those who dare to disrespect the sanctity of loyalty. In the end, the haunting reality is that betrayal leaves an indelible mark. It shapes us, scars us, and yet, it also liberates us. I have learned to navigate this treacherous landscape, to find beauty in the wreckage. The pain they have caused me is a testament to my resilience, a reminder that even in the depths of despair, I can rise anew, unbroken, unyielding. The true cost of loyalty may be steep, but it is a price I am willing to pay for the strength I have gained in its absence. In the labyrinth of shattered dreams, where the echoes of laughter have long since faded, there lies a truth too bitter to swallow. Power, like a seductive poison, seeps into the veins of those who wield it, blinding them to the very essence of loyalty they once cherished. They parade their pride like a shield, thinking it will protect them from the scars of their past, yet it is this very arrogance that chains them to their own failures. What is power without respect? It's a hollow throne, adorned with the trappings of success but devoid of meaning. They strut through life, blinded by the glitter of their own achievements, forgetting that loyalty is not a currency to be bartered or discarded. They mistake the applause of the crowd for genuine affection, unaware that each clap is a reminder of their impending isolation. The higher they climb, the further they drift from the ground where true connections reside. Validation becomes their drug, a fleeting high that leaves them emptier than before. They chase after it with the desperation of a moth drawn to a flame, oblivious to the singe of their own wings. Each failed attempt to regain what they lost only deepens the chasm of disappointment, a void that whispers the harsh truth. They will never find loyalty where it was so carelessly thrown away. Their search is a cruel joke, played out on a stage of their own making, and the audience watches with a mix of pity and disdain. As the anti-hero, I stand on the sidelines, observing their futile dance. They flounder in their desperation, misinterpreting the shadows of their past for the warmth of companionship. But I have learned the hard way that loyalty cannot be summoned with a mere wish. It must be nurtured, cultivated through respect and understanding. Their pride blinds them to the very thing they seek, trapping them in a relentless cycle of disappointment. In their quest for validation, they become trapped in a web of their own lies. Each promise of loyalty they make rings hollow, echoing through the empty chambers of their hearts. They forget that true respect is earned, not demanded. Like a ghost that haunts a forgotten house, their facade of confidence crumbles under the weight of their own arrogance. They are left grasping at shadows, seeking the warmth of a flame they extinguish themselves. But here I am, reveling in my solitude, untouched by the chaos that surrounds me. In the darkness, I find clarity. The absence of false connections fortifies my resolve, allowing me to rise like a phoenix from the ashes of betrayal. I have transformed the pain inflicted upon me into a weapon, a blade sharpened by the very isolation they fear. While they chase their mirage of loyalty, I stand steadfast, an architect of my own fate. Their disappointment is a mirror reflecting their own failures. They will never understand the power of true loyalty until they are left standing in the ruins of their arrogance, surrounded by the ghosts of those they pushed away. In this twisted ballet of betrayal and pride, I am the conductor, orchestrating a symphony of consequences that play out in their lives. So let them wander, searching for validation among the ashes of their hubris. They may clutch at the remnants of what they once had, but it will never be enough. The echoes of their past will forever haunt them, a reminder of the loyalty they took for granted. I have embraced my solitude, finding strength in the darkness that surrounds me. Their journey is one of despair, while mine is a testament to resilience. In the end, the true cost of loyalty is not measured by the sacrifices made but by the strength gained in its absence. I stand here, a figure forged in the flames of betrayal, unyielding and fierce, a reminder that in the pursuit of power and pride, one can lose everything that truly matters. And so, I watch as they wander through their wasteland, forever cursed to seek what they have cast aside, while I thrive in the shadows, stronger than ever before. In the echoing silence of my solitude, I find a strength that those wrapped in the arms of crowds can never comprehend. The world outside is a masquerade of false connections, where smiles are painted on faces like cheap makeup, ready to fade at the slightest hint of truth. They dance, toiling around their own arrogance, blissfully ignorant of the hollow spaces they've created within themselves. But here, in this darkness, I am free. Isolation, they say, is a prison. But I wear these iron bars like a crown, for it is in this desolate realm that I truly discover my essence. I am not lost, I am liberated. Alone, I can hear the whispers of my own thoughts, the echoes of betrayal that once clawed at my heart. Each scar tells a story, and from these tales of pain, I carve my identity, a relentless spirit, unyielding to the whims of a fickle world. The shadows that once frightened me now embrace me, wrapping me in a cloak of resilience. In their depths, I uncover the truth. Strength is forged in the fires of solitude. While they chase after the mirage of validation, I stand resolute, a monolith rising from the ashes of their indifference. Their desperation is a feeble flicker against the roaring flame of my resolve, illuminating the path I have chosen. Look at them, stumbling through the wreckage of their arrogance, their once grand illusions of power reduced to mere whispers. They think their laughter, their gatherings, their empty words can fill the void left by the loyalty they squandered. But all they find is the echo of their own failures, reverberating through the corridors of their minds. I walk through this scene, a ghostly observer, witnessing their disintegration, and I feel not pity, but a fierce satisfaction. They are like moths, flitting around a dying flame, seeking warmth in the very ashes they created. But I have learned to embrace the cold. The chill of solitude sharpens my senses, strips away the unnecessary, and reveals what truly matters. I know that in this darkness lies clarity. I am not defined by their perceptions or their fleeting affections. I am the architect of my own fate, building a fortress from the bricks of disappointment they left behind. They wear their pride like armor, but pride is a brittle shield, easily shattered by the weight of reality. When the applause fades and the crowds disperse, what remains? Only the stark truth of their isolation. They created their own prison, locking themselves away from the very connections they once took for granted. And now, as they grasp at the remnants of loyalty, they find nothing but the dust of their own hubris. In the solitude of my existence, I have come to understand the power of absence. It is a void that teaches lessons when voices fall silent and distractions fade into the background. I stand amidst their chaos, unshaken. Their desperation is a stark contrast to my strength, a testament to the vulnerability that comes from neglecting loyalty. While they flounder in their quest for validation, I revel in the freedom that solitude bestows upon me. I am not merely surviving, I am thriving. Each moment spent in isolation fortifies my spirit, transforming pain into purpose. I do not seek the approval of those who have shown me none. I am the king of my own desolate kingdom, and in this realm, I reign supreme. They wander, searching for the loyalty they discarded, while I stand as a beacon of resolve. So let them wallow in their despair, let them chase shadows that will never materialize. In their quest, they will continue to stumble, forever cursed to seek what they have lost. I have embraced the darkness, finding not just strength, but a profound clarity that they will never know. As they grasp at fading memories, I thrive in the shadows, a solitary figure, strong and unwavering, a reminder that true power is birthed in the depths of solitude. Arrogance is a thick fog, shrouding the minds of those who wear it like a badge of honor. They strut about, believing themselves untouchable, but beneath that facade lies a brittle foundation, cracking under the weight of their own delusions. They build walls of self-importance, convincing themselves that they are above the very connections they once cherished. But in truth, they are ensnared in a web of their own making, a prison crafted from the very arrogance that blinds them to the loyalty they have cast aside. Each boastful laugh, each grand proclamation, is a desperate attempt to mask the gnawing emptiness within. They think they can fill the void with power, with accolades, but like pouring sand into a sieve, their efforts yield only fleeting moments of satisfaction. This is the tragic irony. As they elevate themselves, they simultaneously dig their own graves, sealing their fate with every dismissive glance and every betrayal they inflict. And I, the observer, the anti-hero in this twisted tale, see it all with piercing clarity. I walk through their charade, a phantom in the night, untouched by their self-inflicted wounds. Their arrogance is a cloak that suffocates them, blinding them to the truth that loyalty is not won through fear or manipulation. It is earned, cultivated like a fragile flower in the depths of a storm. They trample on those flowers, believing their might can replace the beauty of trust, but what they reap is only bitterness. They find themselves isolated, surrounded by shadows of their own creation. The very connections they sought to dominate with their pride slip through their fingers, leaving only ghosts of what once was. They reach out, desperately grasping at the remnants of loyalty, only to find their hands empty, the echoes of their arrogance ringing hollow. In their quest for power, they have forfeited the warmth of genuine relationships, trading it for the cold comfort of solitude. But it is in their isolation that I find my strength. I thrive in the darkness they fear, a testament to the resilience born from understanding. While they languish in their self-imposed exile, I stand tall, a monument to the lessons learned from betrayal. I know that arrogance breeds contempt, and contempt breeds loneliness. Their hubris is a double-edged sword, cutting them off from the very essence of humanity they once sought to control. I have no need for their approval, nor do I seek validation from those who have shown me none. I am the architect of my own destiny, carving a path through the shadows that others fear to tread. In their desperation, they reveal their true selves, stripped of pretense and bravado. I watch as they crumble, their arrogance laid bare, and I feel not malice, but a quiet satisfaction. Let them scoff and belittle, let them parade their false confidence. Their arrogance is a mask, and behind it lies a fragile soul, trembling at the thought of being truly seen. They mistake pride for strength, but in reality, it is a wall that keeps them from the very connections they so desperately crave. How ironic it is that in their quest to elevate themselves, they have only succeeded in isolating their hearts from the warmth of loyalty. As they wander through the ruins of their own making, I stand as a reminder, a specter of what could have been had they embraced humility instead of hubris. The world may see them as powerful, but I see them for what they truly are, lost, wandering souls seeking a light that they extinguished with their own hands. They are forever cursed to search for loyalty in a realm where they have sown only discord. Their laughter echoes in the void, a haunting reminder of the connections they let slip away. And as they grasp at the shadows of the past, I remain steadfast in my solitude, thriving in the strength that comes from understanding the true cost of arrogance. In the end, I am not merely an anti-hero, I am a testament to the power that lies in embracing the darkness, a living echo of the loyalty they will never reclaim. In the aftermath of betrayal, shadows loom larger than life, cloaking the hearts of those who once dared to trust. They wander through life like ghosts, forever haunted by the remnants of the loyalty they discarded. The irony is palpable. They believed they could sever those bonds and emerge unscathed, but instead, they find themselves shackled by the very chains they forged. The echoes of their past mistakes reverberate, a relentless storm that never abates, a tolling bell that reminds them of the price of their arrogance. Betrayal is a poison, seeping into the very marrow of existence, twisting love into something grotesque. It wraps around the heart like a serpent, squeezing tighter with each hollow attempt to regain what was lost. They are left to grapple with the emotional wreckage, the debris of trust shattered into a million fragments, sharp enough to cut through the thickest skin. They search for solace in the eyes of others, but the reflection that stares back is nothing short of a stranger, a face marked by regret and longing, a face they can no longer recognize. The emotional toll is a heavy burden, a weight that bends the spirit and darkens the soul. With each betrayal, they carve a deeper scar into the fabric of their being, a tangible reminder of the loyalty they so carelessly dismissed. They think they can erase the past, put on a mask of indifference, but like a shadow, regret follows closely behind, whispering the truth they refuse to acknowledge. It gnaws at their insides, a reminder that the heart cannot simply forget, it remembers, and it aches. The legacy of disrespect is a cruel mistress, weaving a tapestry of loneliness and despair. Each act of betrayal leaves an indelible mark, a stain on the soul that time cannot wash away. They may try to fill the void with hollow friendships, but these connections are mere facades, built on the ruins of trust, never truly able to stand on their own. The laughter they once shared turns to ash, the warmth of camaraderie replaced by the icy grip of isolation. For in their quest for power, they have traded warmth for cold indifference, and what is left is a shell, beautiful on the outside, but empty within. And so, they wander, forever cursed to seek loyalty in the shadows of their past, grasping at wisps of what once was, only to find their hands closed around nothing but air. They are lost souls, drifting in a sea of their own making, desperately seeking an anchor that no longer exists. The irony of their situation is not lost on me. They are the architects of their own demise, constructing a prison of their own arrogance while the key to freedom lies forgotten in the depths of their hearts. Regret is a relentless companion, and in its cold embrace, they are forced to confront the truth of their actions. It is a bitter pill to swallow, one that chokes the spirit and casts a long shadow over their lives. They may try to drown it out with noise, with distractions, but the silence that follows is deafening, a constant reminder of the bonds they severed, the loyalty they cast aside like refuse. In their pursuit of validation, they find only an echo of their own emptiness, a cruel joke played by the universe itself. As they search for the loyalty they disregarded, I remain a sentinel in the darkness, an embodiment of the strength that arises from solitude. I have walked this path, felt the sting of betrayal, and emerged not as a victim, but as a survivor. The isolation they fear has become my armor, and the darkness they shun has gifted me the clarity to see their plight. In their hollow pursuit, I find purpose. Their desperation is palpable, a haunting melody that underscores my resolve. They are forever trapped in the prison of their own making, while I revel in the freedom that comes from understanding the true cost of loyalty. I stand as a testament to the power that lies in embracing the shadows, reminder that in the depths of despair, one can find strength, a strength that transcends the fleeting whispers of loyalty they will never reclaim. The world spins on an axis of betrayal, and within its dizzying rotation lies the true cost of loyalty. It is a currency that cannot be spent lightly, a treasure hoarded by those who understand its worth. But for the arrogant, loyalty is a mere trinket, easily discarded in the pursuit of fleeting power. They prance through life, cloaked in their delusions, believing that respect is a commodity easily bought and sold. Yet, the price they pay is steep, and the emptiness it leaves is a chasm that swallows all light. Loyalty is not a simple concept, it is a tapestry woven from trust, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment. It is the glue that binds hearts, the thread that connects souls in a world rife with chaos. When they treat it as an afterthought, they strip away its essence, leaving behind only a hollow shell. They search for validation in the eyes of others, desperately grasping at the remnants of respect they so carelessly tossed aside. But every glance they receive is laced with pity, a reminder of the loyalty they squandered, and the laughter of those who once stood by their side is now a ghostly echo, haunting their every step. The empty pursuit of respect is a cruel game, one that leads only to disappointment. They chase shadows, believing that by amassing followers or sycophants, they can fill the void left by their betrayal. But what they acquire is not loyalty, it is mere admiration rooted in fear or convenience. It is a fragile facade, easily shattered by the first gust of adversity. Their hearts grow heavy with the knowledge that they are surrounded by illusions, their lives a stage where the audience is merely waiting for the curtain to fall. As I watch this tragic performance, I am struck by the futility of their quest. They scurry about, chasing after the loyalty they once disrespected, only to find that it eludes them like smoke through their fingers. They fail to grasp that true loyalty cannot be reclaimed, it must be earned and nurtured. They are left with nothing but a bitter taste in their mouths, a constant reminder that respect cannot be conjured from thin air. In the depths of their despair, there lies a lesson, one that few are willing to learn. It is a call to self-reflection, a moment of reckoning that begs them to confront their actions and the impact they have had on others. The emptiness they feel is not a void left by those they betrayed, it is a reflection of their own choices, a mirror that reveals the darkness within. In their arrogance, they believe they could sever the bonds of loyalty without consequence, but the truth is far more relentless. Every act of disrespect carries a weight, an imprint on the soul that cannot be erased. It lingers, festering like an open wound, and with each passing day, the pain only deepens. They may wear masks of indifference, but beneath the surface, the anguish simmers, a constant reminder of the loyalty they so carelessly dismissed. Regret becomes their closest companion, a shadow that follows them into the darkest corners of their existence, whispering the truths they refuse to acknowledge. And so, I stand here, a specter of strength born from solitude. While they wander in search of what is lost, I have come to embrace the darkness that surrounds me. In the stillness, I find my power, a fierce resolve that shatters the chains of their expectations. Their quest for loyalty is a hollow pursuit, an echo of their own making, while I thrive in the depths of my understanding. Let them chase their illusions, grasping at the remnants of respect like drowning men clutching at straws. For in their misguided journey, they will discover what I already know, that true loyalty is not given lightly, but rather cultivated through actions, honesty, and a heart unburdened by arrogance. In the end, it is not the loyalty they seek that defines them, but the very essence of their choices that will haunt them long after the applause has faded into silence. Share this message if you understand that true loyalty is forged in the fires of struggle and integrity. Leave your thoughts on how betrayal has shaped your journey, and subscribe for more insights that challenge the status quo. Embrace the shadows, for it is there that we find our strength and the justice that awaits those who dare to confront their choices. Remember, in the depths of darkness, we discover the light of our true selves.